There is no doubt that the financial services industry in Nigeria is the major driver of the economy. But this sector would not thrive without technology. And this is why today we'll focus on financial technology services. Welcome to SME Hub. My name is Omobolanle Adeshi. We'll delve right in after this break. All right, let's set the ball rolling. We have right here Samuel Ong, Chief Operating Officer at Vancio Interactive Limited. Thank you for joining us on the show.
Thank you, Omobolanle.
Good to have you. Now, let's talk first. When I hear the name Advancio, it sounds Greek or Italian. Is it English?
Well, I wouldn't say it's English, but I know we coined that word from advance.
Oh, I see.
All right, so providing advanced technology, financial technology to serve the unbanked.
Interesting. So it's not as if it's a language or a particular term for something. It's just the word advance.
It's from the word advance.
Advance. Okay. So let's talk about the world of financial technology. You said you provide financial services to the unbanked.
That's right.
Research shows that about 36% of the adults in Nigeria are unbanked. How do you reach these people to create that knowledge, sensitize them on what financial services or the importance of financial services?
Okay, there are several ways in reaching the unbanked, but the way that we reach the unbanked is through technology, through providing financial services. Our first market entry strategy was to do that through the banks. All right, so we had partnership with the banks where we provided technology, our agency banking platform cover, and that served for a while. It did have its effect. We had tremendous success doing that, and then recently we're taking it a step further, which is a turning point for us at Advancio. We're launching a shared agency banking platform, which is beyond reaching the limited number of banks that we have now. You know that there's POS everywhere. People are trying to access financial services. That number is growing exponentially. There is need for technology to serve these super agents, and then to the unbanked. All right. So what's limiting to the super agents is technology. So our recent program, our recent app, is to take the overhead cost of the super agent. So that means you can come on our platform as a super agent and then just enroll with a token subscription fee is what we would charge for that.
Okay, before we go into all of that, I want to imagine that this kind of services would have challenges. So you've been running for like 5 years now. Talk to us about the challenges in the business.
Okay, some of the challenges that we encountered initially, I mean, amongst others, we had regulations to deal with. Of course, you know that you can't just delve into a sector without government regulations. So we had that to deal with. We wanted to go in as an agency banking company. So we quickly changed direction into what we're doing now. And one of the challenges that we had also was in the area of human capital, as well as a startup, as every startup without fund. This company was self-fund from the beginning. And
when you say self-fund,
yes,
how do you mean?
The founders have been running this company from its internal operations and businesses, no external fund. All right, for a long time, for a very
was that due to the lack of availability of these funds, or just because you feel there's no need to get external help? I could, just fund it myself.
No, we know there are different funding schemes available out there. Accessibility is the question. How do we assess it? Do you want to completely leave your business, or you want to build your product and run your business alongside looking for fund? You need a lot of capital to do that. You need recognition, you need a number of customers to do that. You either get a seed or a pre-seed fund. So all of that might not come in easy for every startup. Some startups have it easy, some startups don't have it easy. So these are one of the challenges, some of the challenges that we faced starting up.
Okay, so when you talk about if you look back now, I'm sure there are things you did, you feel you could have done better. What are some of those mistakes so people can learn from them?
Okay, if I were to refer to some of the experience shared by the founder and the co-founder, Mr. Oludare Fisayo and Mr. Ikena. So some of the things they learn, well, one of them is in hiring. All right, we learn in improving our hiring strategy every time. We've been lucky to have good hands. We've been fantastic. I mean, people that work with us have been fantastic, but there's a couple of mistakes here and there, but not enough to crash the business. Okay, so it's been good on that side. I could say if we have anything to learn from, it would be hiring, and we've quickly learned from that, by the way.
What are some of those mistakes?
Okay, hiring just technical guys who do not have other soft skills.
Wow.
All right.
So what you're saying now is that you should have looked out for people who have other skills that they could bring on board.
Technical skills too.
So why was the focus just on technical guys? Because it's a tech company?
It wasn't just on, everybody's expected to have a certain percentage of soft skills, no matter how, no matter what field, you know, whether it's in technology or whether it's in finance or whether it's in anything. So the soft skills I'm referring to are other things other than what you can do,
like,
you can perform as a job. Maybe communicating, you know, maybe empathy, just the number.
Especially when it comes to dealing with customers.
Especially when it comes to dealing with customers, and those are not so easy to detect skills because you won't be finding those out.
So how do you go about detecting them now? Now you said you've gained experience and you've learned to do it better. How do you gain, or how do you put that into your recruitment process so that you can check if this person is emotionally intelligent, if this person has those other soft skills that we need on board?
Okay, we have a HR team, a solid HR team. So there are specific questions. There are no formulas to these things, by the way, but there are specific questions asked. So instead of asking direct questions, we create scenarios in our tactics. So how you would handle the scenarios, your responses to how you handle those scenarios would inform us as to how you would do in a particular soft skill.
So talk to us about your staff strength. What are the job opportunities available in this business?
Okay, we have a little above 20 staff, and we're expanding, especially because of the new product lines that I talked to you about. We have opportunities in engineering, we have opportunities in HR, we have opportunity in business development, we have opportunity in projects. You know, it's a common mistake to look at tech companies and think they're all developers. No, they're not all developers. It takes a lot of other professions as well and professionals to run a company. Tech is developers are just the core builders of the product. There are other things around, other professions around. We have product designers as well. We have graphics designers. We have, you know, just name it. It's just a handful. We have DevOps as well. There's a lot. We have software testers. Yes.
What are DevOps?
DevOps are, just think of them as the people that take care of your infrastructure.
Is it like an abbreviation for something?
It is, but in the industry, it's just popularly known as DevOps.
DevOps.
Yes.
Development operators. That's what it is?
Operations.
Development operations.
I'm not quite sure, but
okay, so you talked about regulations earlier on, and I'm wondering, there are different government policies, of course, that should guide this industry. Talk to us about those policies, the ones that have adverse effect on the industry and the ones that you feel should also be brought on board to grow the industry.
Okay, the regulations I talked about, they are just regulations. I mean, it's expected that every sector is regulated by the bodies formed by the government. If not, things will go out of hand for several reasons. Okay, so the government has been heavy on regulating the financial sector, the fintech sector, I must say. You know, over the years, like my colleague would say, it was a sector that wasn't regulated before. It's an emerging sector. All right, it's booming. It's solving problems, and then the government